There he is. I think
Oh,
it was also
my
a smart way of
arm.
getting through all the censoring as well, because I know certain games have a terrible time with having to show actual blood, so they have to discolor it and stuff like that. So could be a hat tip to that as well. You know, with the certain animes have to do stuff like that. Yes, despite being shot like multiple times in the chest and body, this guy somehow gets away. So
he's basically a villain from Time Crisis then.
wild dog.
There's a fucking reference and a half
There
here.
we go. I respect that one. I respect that reference.
And he'll always blow himself up just to get out of things.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like, wow, dog, why haven't you turned in your essay?
Lorraine! 知り合いか友人だ古いかわいそうにビヨンドから来たんだろういや戻ってきたんだ戻ってきたんだ俺のところに
Oh, God.
Emotion. So now Jeff Bezos gets his way. We do actually have planes into space.
本日は ASL797 便をご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。当機はグラビティターンに移り、順調にビヨンドコーストへの軌道を飛行しております。なお、これより先は無重量状態となりますので。
All right, people, own up. Whose pen is that? That could jeopardize the whole operation.
気分が悪いようですね
Took a while.
fucking see it.
宇宙酔いですか珍しいな宇宙いや昔事故で宇宙を漂流してそれで宇宙恐怖症にそれは大変スチュワーデスに行って薬を飲んだことですコールボタンなら壁の赤いスイッチですよいや
That's fucking great. Oh, context. Tony Redwood.
I really like Tony.
Tony! What are you acting the bollocks for?
Tony looking a little bit pale there, Tony. Are you all right?
Would you have a ham sandwich?
You fancy playing Tony? You still play the darts, Tony, do you?
I'm with a new crowd now. They're all hip and with it. They got me dye my hair and all.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Jesus, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, I don't think this is going to come up in the playthrough, but I'll explain it anyway. So one of the kind of the real cultural things that doesn't translate outside of Japan is the dating sim setup, where basically you work through your sexual repression in a safe and sterile environment. So yeah, this is pretty much it. So there's certain points in the game where basically Ingram gets a boner, and as a kind of a taboo, you can do this, and there's no like actual point to it. It's just fucking like repulsive essentially. And yeah, it just happens every now and then. It's just like it's so unnecessary, you know. but it very much demonstrates this is a game just for Japan. It's not meant for Western consumption. That's well and truly it. And again, even like stuff like this is just a weird conversation to be having, you know. And it's not played. It's not really played for laughs as such. It's just kind of just part of the gameplay. I think it's supposed to be a piss take of the genre of the dating sim game, but it doesn't really come across that way in how it's done. But yeah.
But also serves as exposition for a lot of info that we didn't like, world building.
Yeah. Well, like at least now this actual normal human conversation we're having now is that. And like half is just like, at least like it makes sense for a air hostess to know some of this, because again, this is a flight that's supposed to be taking, I think it's 3 days. I think it is 3 days worth of 3 Earth days. So you're gonna need a lot of conversation topics.
Ding. This subject.
Let's
Rolodex of fucking like subjects.
Yeah. Again, you don't, and thankfully in some aspects you don't have to exhaust all dialogue. But as you learn in the prologue level, sometimes you have to like do each topic twice to get everything, which is a bugbear of mine in particular, because you just want to kind of get on with the game half the time. So, and if you're wondering what SAS is, it's basically seasickness, but in space. That's all it is. So essentially, we're asking for a bit of Xanax here to calm us down.
Jesus Christ. I seen this just clip of an elevator in Prague that just looks like that's how I would die.
Like a Final Destination
like
gimmick?
It's like, yeah, I mean, like, it never stops. So you have to get off as it goes. I sent you links. You have to get off as it goes.
Oh yeah, I've seen this, yeah.
I mean, I'd say the video must be sped up.
I think it is sped up, yeah, because it's actually a lot slower than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way I'd...
Crazy.
Yeah. I need someone to help me relax. Have you got anything for that? Yeah, it's called Relax Effects. Oh yeah, that's fair.
All things to name it, Relax Effect.
Yeah. And again, it looks like you can drug yourself up to the gills here if you want to. It's like...
Because last thing you're going to overdose on it is medicine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Oh, lads, did I ever actually show you my alarm that I wake up to in the morning? Hold on, I'll send you. I took it originally from this video. I still have the video here. Hold on.
It's not, she told me it's 12, is it?
That would be a great alarm.
No, the best thing about it is that you like give like a 3-second lead up, and you have to like silence it before you say before you hear the full quote. She told me she was no, she didn't. No, she did not. No, she said nothing.
You have to have it on full volume, though. This is my alarm.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Did you send that to a certain person?
What, the alarm?
Yeah.
She,
Because they would get a kick out of it, you know that.
she yes.
Wow,
Took you a
that's a
minute to
coy
realize.
response. Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to allude to person, and yeah, you're just like, yes.
Sure.
She is aware of this alarm.
Okay, fair enough. News order. Fucking BBC? What the fuck?
They'll explain this.
No.
Dennis got a different meaning from that.
That shows you the state, the alter state Dennis is in right. Hi, this is the BBC with their 12-inch news reports. Right. Narc. Because it's a game in the future, therefore we have to have a designer drug.
Holy shit, that'd be some fucking drug.
It's a speedball. It's speed for all intents and purposes. And there are
It
certain
has
things.
fucking LSD in it.
No, that's it is. So we funny enough,
They're
actually
saying
looked
it's the addictive qualities of fucking morphine, right? So that's heroin.
yeah,
And then
no, well, just morphine by itself. Yeah,
the hallucinogenic qualities of fucking LSD.
yeah.
So
It's hitting both receptors at the same time. Yeah, hilarious enough. Like if we had a look at, say, there's like the chemical structure was in the background, and Kojima, I love
The
you, man,
Brits.
but
The Brits are at it again.
no, it's beyond the broadcasting center. It's not the BBC. Sorry to burst your bubble, lads.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, I know.
On multiple accounts.
Shown the coronation on loop for 50 years. But yeah, I looked into the chemical structure of Narc. There is literally opiate and LSD or morphine and LSD put together, and there's one carbon there that can't exist physically because there's too many bonds. So you could even in doing so broke chemistry, making his custom drug, which is hilarious. And you'll notice there was Karen Hojo. So this is actually Lorraine's daughter, is the main anchor on Beyond.
Hmm.
So she's a bit of a big deal.
What a twist.
Very interesting.
Fucking M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
There you go. And as we heard from her dying words, apparently this girl is quite sick. So we don't know why. Sure, we'll
Sick
find
as
out.
in, oh yeah, bro, that's sick. Or sick as in sick.
Slowly dying.
Oh, that's so sick. Oh,
No, it's fun.
Dying.
No, it's fun. No. So let's talk to Tony, shall we? How's Tony
nobody
doing?
ever wants to talk to anybody called
Why is
Tony.
your skin that color?
Which
Wow.
is a strange thing to say out of context, isn't it?
Wow. Wow.
So you'll see there, Tony is a white blood user. That's why he's that color. That's why he's pale.
I was trying to get Jonathan cancelled, but fuck's sake, Foxy.
Foxy just walked in there, yeah. There you go.
I used to be what the fuck? I used to be an amphibian?
Yeah, anyone who basically went to space is referred to as an amphibian. I think they actually use that term, as far as I know, instead of using astronauts, because it's basically seen as like you've done both essentially. So terrestrial is where you've stayed on Earth. If you're on Beyond, you're that, and then if you've basically been in space, you're referred to as an amphibian. That's the kind of the definition. And basically, anyone like Tony is what they're referring to as a frozener, who are basically, I think they actually do a better description, so I won't butcher it. But yeah, there's I suppose a own species. It's one way to describe it. Yeah, there we go. So he's frozeners are basically test tube babies for all intents and purposes, and they're taken from like eggs and sperm cells taken from people who have been in space already. And central premise being that basically space is very cruel on the human body, whereas with the advances in technology, they can create these frozeners who are almost like tailor made to be in space, essentially. And in a very kind of like very unfair means, they are all basically barcoded on their face, so they can't you can't exactly hide when you're a frozener, which is a bit cruel. And I think all frozeners have artificial blood, part of their construction. So they're not quite the replicants that you kind of earmarked, Foxy, but they're not. They're in the same ballpark, I suppose. There's one way to look at it. But yeah, you basically any frozener will look a bit like Redwood with the very pale skin and the umber essentially over the eyebrow like that. And they also would have they wouldn't have what they call a terrestrial accent. So I suppose they'll have very like a stunted like no accent at all. Which doesn't really come across in the Japanese voice acting, but
is he the one that was actually involved in the fucking bombing then?
Well, he seems to have injured his wrist, so he said he was on home for business for personal reasons. So, and he's staring a fucking hole at us right now. So who knows?
Because it explained why suddenly we're with him and he's bandaged up. Because we did shoot him in that arm. So
we shot the fuck out of him. But yes, I think this guy couldn't come across as more of a villain if he didn't have it written on his fucking face, Another very much Kojima trope is that he very much shows you who the villain of the piece is very, very early for you to basically like wait for the plot to catch up with your own conclusion. He definitely learns to write more dramatically with the Metal Gear series. Policenauts was very much when he was still learning how to do his plot twists. I mean, after popping like 6 fucking Xanax, yeah, you probably want to be. It's all right. I'm here. My name is Tony. I'll watch you sleep.
Stab.
Yeah, this is like. And now here's indeed the very phallic Beyond Coast, ready to take us in.
What ominous music.
Yeah.
American Space Lines.
Space Lines.
We look forward to serving you again in the future. Beyond Coast.
Doesn't it look lovely?
The fact that Redwood is literally like he's torn toward the window, but he's actually staring you over.
Yeah. Like I say, he doesn't have like he doesn't seem to have any pupils going by the animation. So yeah, it's actually hard to tell if he's actually looking at you or not. So pretty much, so yeah, the entire game pretty much does take place on Beyond and all of its various different locations. So, because obviously now you're on the case of where the fuck is Kenzo, as I like to call it.
Beyond Coast 天と地が一つに見えるところここは本当のあの世ビヨンドかもしれん
I would imagine living there is a bit of a mindfuck if you can see like someone else's house from like up there. Like that's essentially the premise. Like it's basically a city just kind of like looped over itself, you know?
Yeah.
With its own gravitate, like artificial gravity and stuff like.
Policenauts 時代からだからきっと BCP でも出世してるに違いない念のためにポリスノーツ時代の写真とロレインの写真を持ってきた何かの役に立つかもしれない BCP はこの宇宙港の近くにあるはずまずはエドを探し BCP
Like even like if they were to do something similar like this, it would be fascinating to graphically see how they pull this off, doing a Beyond Coast on a modern console. Just having the whole area just folded in on itself would be fascinating to look at. It would look great. Like it would really look good.
You could definitely do like wonders with it like nowadays with
yes.
But I think even now I think it would look better if they kept it to this kind of visual style, but just an updated version.
It has to be a very, very different game. Like, because like even this, like, there's not enough in this. Like, if they were to do it properly, like the proverbial remake, there'd need to be a completely different plot. There'd need to be more to it, you know. And again, you can tell this is Kojima and Japan because look at the Gundams just parked outside.
Of course, there.
Where would you keep your Gundam? Smart arse.
I know. Actually, I'm not criticizing this. Just like if you're gonna have them out, show everyone your guns, show everyone your mecha suits.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, absolutely. Right there beside the regular squad cars and the vans. That's what the plebes drive.